welcome to our NewsX podcast show, which is Get Candid with Chitvan. Welcome to today's podcast. Our guest is Simrat Khaturia, a renowned diet expert who specialized in reversing health problems with the food. She has helped countless individuals tackle issues like weight loss, PCOD, thyroid, diabetes, cholesterol, and improving gut skin and hair health. We are excited to hear her insights on how nutrition can transform our well being. Welcome, Simrat.
Thank you so much, Chitvan.
So, my very first question to you, can you tell us a bit about your journey into becoming a diet expert?
Chitvan, it's a long journey, and I started, I did my post-graduation in nutrition and dietetics long back, around 25 years ago.
So nice.
So, yeah. So that time people don't even know that, dietitians are there or they can help us out. So, but I started my clinic 13 years back. That's a standalone clinic. So since that day until the time has changed a lot. There was no social media before this. So we used to have only clinic and offline clients. Now, the scenario is totally changed. Earlier, people used to come only for the weight loss, but now the things are really changed. Now they know that your hair, your skin, your health all depends on the food. It's a long journey. We have seen each and everything. We started with the three people, and now I have a team of 25 people with me. So
So
yes, it's a
nice.
long.
So, how do you approach creating a diet plan for someone with multiple health issues like PCOD, thyroid, and diabetes?
Okay, so Chetan, we have to check it out that what issues other person is having, and are these are lifestyle issues or these are the genetic ones. So whenever we have the lifestyle issues, majorly 90% people are having these as for their because of their lifestyle. So if the lifestyle is bad, if you're not eating properly, if you're eating out, if you're not having a proper nutrients in your diet, if you're overeating, if you're not doing any activity, then
Hmm.
obviously you will get all these issues. Or the last one is when your stress levels are really, really very high. So it is our holistic approach. We have to work with the client. First, the counseling part is there. If the counseling is not right, the people can't follow the diet. So we have to counsel the client, and then we start with the diet, and then we start taking the recall that how a person already is eating. What the person's lifestyle. You have seen, you are working, your lifestyle might be very different from the person who is not working. And the people many people who travel a lot, many people like fancy food, many people like they don't have the time, they just want a very simple diet. So we customize the diet according to the person and their lifestyle, because we want that whatever you are doing, you have to do it for your whole life. You're not going to change your lifestyle just for 2 or 3 months, then again going back to your normal lifestyle or a diet. That doesn't make sense.
Of course.
So we incorporate both the things together. We have to make a diet according to the lifestyle and their conditions. Then if a person have a thyroid or a diabetes or the PCOD, then food is like a magic. Why they have got these things? Because their lifestyle and their food was not right.
True.
When we start working on their lifestyle and their food habits, then obviously slowly and gradually their levels start going down, and we taper the medications along with the doctor. They recommend us and we talk to the doctor, then we start tapering the medication. And 70% of our clients go off with the medicines, especially for their diabetes. And if the thyroid is on a starting borderlines and they haven't started the medication, then also we reverse the thyroid also.
So, what role does nutrition play in managing and potential reversing condition like PCOD and thyroid disorders?
So, Chitwan, it is all about the nutrition only. People majorly eat food these days, either they are hungry or the food is very tasty. So, if both are the things, then you are not getting any nutrition. So, majorly people are eating the food because of this part only. But when we talk about the nutrition, when we start, checking that what you are eating, how much you are eating, and what kind of a food you are putting in your body, then the nutrition plays the role. Then you are eating consciously. Then you know what you are eating, what is in on your plate. Then you start checking that out. There, dietitians come. So we let them know that how you eat, like in PCOD, if we are talking about these days, every fourth or fifth, women is having the PCOD issue, or the hormonal imbalance. If the periods are not, irregular also, then also the hormonal imbalance is there, or one or the other symptom is there. Then we have to avoid few things, like not in a generalizing thing, but majorly, because if your hormones are disturbed, then you have to, avoid the dairy products, especially the milk, because these days cows, are getting injected with the hormones. And so
True.
whenever you are taking that milk, you are obviously getting the problem again in your body.
Hmm.
So we have to avoid that part. Then if the inflammation is too high in the body, then you have to avoid the wheat also. Avoid, I'm not saying that you just have to stop altogether. So sometimes we have, again, it is, very personalized thing. It's not that one rule we can apply to each and every client. No, we have to see what the conditions are, how, how bad their PCOD is. Then only we can suggest, yes, you can start with that kind of a lifestyle. And then slowly and gradually we keep on monitoring them. And it's not that we are giving them the diet for, a few days or a month, then we are
Hmm.
not checking on it. No, because we have a follow-up system. After every 4 to 5 days, client has to give the follow-up.
Mhm.
Then we have to check the client followed or not, or they are eating a proper food or not. Because, diet and school, they are both very similar things. If you are not keeping a check on your diet, and your dietitian is not keeping a check on you, and your teacher is not keeping a check on your marks, then you are going haywire.
True.
So it's mainly like this, Same with your exercise. If you are, most of the times, people skip their exercise if there is nobody to check. So we are kind of a people, humans are like this, that we need a person to keep a check on us.
So
So
true.
that is a major. And slowly and gradually the person, learns that how you have to eat.
What are the common misconceptions about weight loss diets?
Okay, there are a lot of misconceptions about the weight loss diets, that you have to go hungry, you're starving yourself, that you don't, if you don't eat anything, obviously you will lose weight. No, that is not the case. If you're not eating anything, then you're going to lose your hair, your skin, your muscle mass, but you're not going to lose your weight. You're not going to lose your fat.
Hmm.
Fat, you can only lose your fat if you're eating good, if you're eating balanced. Okay, eat anything and burn it out. You can have a, chola bhatura or a burger, then you will go to the gym and then you can burn it out. No, you can't burn the bad calories. As simple as that. You can't
Hmm.
burn. Then the third misconception is, if you're eating something, or you ate anything heavier, or a little junk, then what? Then have a green tea or a detox water, or you will be fine. Those calories are, out of your system. No,
Hmm.
that is not the case again. So these are the misconceptions we have about the weight loss. And we think that, we always think that, okay, we are on a diet, we can lose weight, but when the time will stop with the diet, we'll bounce back.
Hmm.
It's also a very big misconception. Yes, if you are starving yourself and losing weight, or if you're doing any fat diet and losing weight, you will surely bounce back whenever you are going to stop with that. But if you are doing any healthy diet, or you are having a normal good lifestyle, then how can you bounce back? You can't.
Of course.
So there are a lot of misconceptions.
So, how do you customize weight loss plan for individual with specific health conditions?
Every person is different. I told you, Hannah, if somebody is having a, we have a couple packages or family packages also. But the, nutritional requirement is different for every person. And if the weight is there, weight issues is there, and you are diabetic also, or any condition you are having, then we have to check, the amount of carbs we are giving to the person, the amount of protein we are giving to the person. So if you are diabetic, obviously you can't have much of carbs, and especially the simple carbs. You can't have, too much of fruits in your diet, because that is again a simple sugar. You are going to, your sugar levels are going to raise. So these small things we have to keep in a mind. So that's why we always tell our clients, please don't share your diet plan with others, because others, condition might be very different.
True.
Yes. So these
So when,
whenever, so
yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Continue,
So
continue.
whenever, yeah, so whenever we take a recall, because every person's lifestyle is different. People, there are lot many people who travels a lot.
Hmm.
They have a traveling job. So if they have a condition like, if they are having a high blood pressure or high blood sugar,
Hmm.
then we have to let them know, okay, you can't go hungry for a longer time. And then we ask them to carry, little snacks, the healthiest snacks you can carry along, so that if you're not getting food on a time, at least you can always have that.
So what dietary change do you recommend for managing diabetes?
For the diabetes, like I told you, we have to take, we can't have more of a simple carbs.
Hmm.
Like these days, if you are taking atta also, if you are taking simple wheat flour, that is also a majorly, without bran.
Hmm.
We are not having much of fiber in that. Then we are always ask, okay, either add fiber in it, or add any other flour in it. Like we can add a little jowar in it, or we can add ragi in it, or we can add jaw in it. So that way, at least a fulka, your normal roti, can be a little more healthier, and it won't spike up your sugar levels.
Hmm.
Then if you're having the fruits, and I don't have so many fruits at one time, so that it won't spike up your sugar levels. Secondly, then for the diabetes, fruit juice is a big no. Be a, fresh juice or a canned juice, it's a big no. Reason is because they spike your sugar levels immediately.
Hmm.
Then here are, in the dinner part, we always ask our clients to have a lesser of carbs and more of the proteins and the fiber. If you are doing like this, then obviously your fasting sugar levels would be much better. So these changes, if we do a little tweaking in the diet, we can always, we can maintain our sugar levels.
So what food do you suggest for improving gut health, and how does gut health impact overall well-being?
Just when gut is our second brain, whatever is happening here, it goes directly there. So remember when you were like a kid, Hannah? So whenever we used to have an exam, or something important is coming up, what happens? We used to have butterflies in our stomach.
First,
So those butterflies, we can tell about that yes, it has the connection with your
with
mind
the
and
mind.
your gut. Right. So these days, obviously, we are grown up, we don't get the butterflies, but whenever we are stressed, it always, disturbs our gut.
Hmm.
Either you get the acidity, or the gastric, or bloating, or constipated, or the loose motion sometimes. So it really depends from person to person, that how their gut is responding to that stress. Okay. Second is, if you are eating too much of your junk or the processed food, it is going to, hamper the gut lining. And if you're having too much of a, if you have too much of a bloating, then we always say, please avoid dairy, because dairy also gives you, bloating and gastric and acidity. So these things we have to avoid. And for the better gut health, we have to take the probiotics and the prebiotics and a simple food. Sometimes if your, gut health is not right for few days, then go for a simple diet. Like you can just go with the, a little dal rice or the khichdis, or simple on a fruit diet. Then also your gut should get some rest.
Exactly.
Because if you are eating out too much, that oil, that more of a spices, that always, trigger your gut.
Hmm.
So we have to take care of all these things.
So my next question to you: how can diet influence skin and health, and what are some of your top recommendations?
Chitvan, whatever you are eating,
Yeah.
whatever you're putting in your mouth,
Hmm.
it is going to show out. You can go for endless hair or hair spa, or face spas or anything.
Mm.
Nothing is going to work if your diet is not right. And secondly, skin will glow if you're eating good, if you're staying happy. Your hair will stay on your scalp only till you are stress free. The time you have more of a stress, your hair start falling.
Of course.
So you have to take care of both these things, your stress and your diet. If you are having both things in a right way, then obviously if they are aligned, your hair and skin is fine. And for the skin, we need a lot of antioxidants in our diet. So we get that from our fruits, from our vegetables, when we are having all these things, and then our skin will glow. Secondly, if you are having more of sugar or
Mm.
more of salt, it will start showing on your face. You will start aging very fast.
Yeah.
So we have to avoid that. I'm not saying that avoid sugar
Mm.
in all the things, but don't have more of a bakery, don't have more of a sugar in each and everything. And there are so many foods we have the hidden sugar. We don't even realize they have the hidden sugar. So those things, more of a preservatives, they will always start showing on your skin. And if you are eating too much of a oily food, you will get acne. If you're having too much of a dairy, you will start having an acne.
Yeah.
So these foods actually trigger. So we have to avoid these and we have to work on these parts. And if you want a one tip, then drink lots of water for your hair and skin, because the more you get hydrated, the more you will glow.
So, what are some easy practical dietary changes that anyone can start with to improve their overall health?
It depends from again person to person, Chitvan, because for one thing, we always prefer never skip your meal.
Mm.
Because once you skip your one meal, you will be super hungry at your second, and you will end up eating bad.
Exactly.
When you are super hungry, then you don't like fruits. If there is an apple in front of you and there is a one burger in front of you, if your stomach is full now, you won't prefer burger. But if you are hungry, if you have skipped your meal earlier, you will never would like to see an apple. You will always prefer to have a wholesome burger.
Exactly.
So never skip your meal. That should be one funda. Never, skip your carbs. Many people go without carbs because carbs gives you energy. Carbs gives you a glow. Carbs and fiber gives you, a bulk for your stomach and for your gut also. So we need complex carbs. So we shouldn't be very afraid of the carbs. But yes, not all the time. But yes, we have to take a proper carb meals. And in the dinner, always many people have this idea that let's skip the dinner and you can lose weight or you can go better. No, it's better to have an early dinner rather than skipping the dinner, and have your protein, fiber, and little carbs in your dinner so that you can sleep properly, because sleep is very important. If you are not sleeping properly, again all the issues will be there.
If you're
So
not
for the
sleeping
overall,
properly, then it's gonna be back to square.
yeah, so you have to eat everything, and no food is bad. No food is bad. It's how you are eating,
Mm.
how much you are eating, when you are eating, and why you are eating. Many times we eat mindlessly. So when we knows all these questions, then if you are eating, then no food is bad.
Hmm.
So
So, how do
this
you
is
handle clients who have dietary restrictions or preference, such as vegetarian or vegans?
It's totally, Jasmine, that really depends on from person to person. We can't ask the vegetarians to go non-vegetarian, and we
Exactly.
can't ask non-vegetarians to go vegetarian. So it is their preference, and we have to balance it out. Look, many people think that if you are vegetarian, your protein can't be requirement can't be met. No, that's not the case. Our ancestors used to be vegetarian only,
Hmm.
especially because India is a kind of a country where we more of a vegetarian people are there. So, about the vegetarian, yes, yeah, our ancestors used to eat vegetarian more, and they used to work out so much. They never thought that there would be, we are protein deficient.
Hmm.
There were so many dals. We have so many, the paneer is there. We have so many legumes are there. So we shouldn't be very much scared of this thing that our proteins and protein requirement is not getting meat. No, that's not the case. But if you are eating properly, then yes, you are totally fine. And about the non-vegetarians, that's their choice. Yes, of course, they are getting everything from their, eggs, chicken, meat. They get. So, and about the vegan, yes, they have to be a little more careful while eating that because, if you are not having any dairy or any non-vegetarian, then you have to include a lot of legumes and dals in their diet so that they won't get protein deficient.
Okay. So, if
Yeah.
you could give one piece of advice to someone looking to improve their health through diet, what would it
Mm.
be?
So, never do any harsh diet or anything which you can't follow the rest of your life. Don't do anything which you can't do the rest of your life, because we think that we can, okay, let's do this kind of a diet, or let's start eating this kind of a particular food to lose weight.
Hmm.
But for for how long?
Exactly.
If it is not in your lifestyle, you are not going to follow it. Either change your lifestyle forever, or don't start it. Same with the workout. People start working out, okay, join the gym from tomorrow. And that why? Because the wedding is there, or some event is coming. Just for 1 or 2 months they do it, then they stop immediately.
Exactly.
So do whatever you want to do, but do that for your lifestyle part, because habit changing habits is more important than changing your whole diet.
Of course. So, thank you so much, Simrat, for sharing your valuable insight and practical advice on how diet can play a vital role in reversing health problems and improving overall well being. Your expertise in managing conditions like PCOD, thyroid disorder, diabetes, and more through food is truly inspiring. To our listener, remembering that making improved dietary choices is a powerful step towards a healthier, happier life. Stay tuned for more episode and don't forget to take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live. Until next time, stay healthy and keep evolving.